What is search engine optimization, or SEO? SEO is misunderstood by a lot of people because they think it's just cramming keywords into the pages. But really, historically, it's always been about making sure that Google or other search engines before Google could crawl your website. They could get to it and click from link to link and see all the content. So if you don't even have content that they can see, you're throwing keywords in your pages isn't going to even matter. We had a student in our Talk Marketing Academy class the other day that came back and said they built their new website, and when they launched it, all of a sudden all their traffic is gone. And the first things I said were, did you do 301 redirects if your page names changed? Or hopefully you took off no index, no follow if you were blocking your development link as you built the new website privately behind the scenes. You take no index, no follow off before you launch your website. Sure enough, they didn't take no index, no follow off. And their new website, when it launched, from the development server, was basically telling Google to F off. Go away, Google, don't index this site, don't follow the links to any of the pages. That's unbelievable, but you know what? Happens all the time. So SEO partly is technical. You have to have a fast loading website with not a lot of broken links or stupid errors like those types of things through lack of 301 redirects or lots of broken links. So that's the foundation. Then you need to go in and have all of your core pages like service pages or practice area pages have good keywords on them. So keywords in the title tag, which is kind of behind the scenes in the code, but you can see it if you hover over, like in Chrome, you hover over a tab, you can see the words that are in the code that describe what the page is about. Those should be about 55 to 60 characters. And the meta description, also behind the scenes in the code, about 150 to 160 characters. So those are some of the basics of what are called on-page optimization. Then you put a heading tag on the site. Used to be super critical. You always had to use, an H1 tag, an H2 tag, and structure it a very specific way. Those things are still important, at least bold important keywords and things like that. And then you have to go through your content and add good keywords in there. But you have to do it naturally. Really better when you write the site than just going back later and doing it. If you have to, go back later to old pages. Make sure that the way that you phrase what your product and service pages are about align with how people search every month. And you can do keyword research to understand that. So SEO is also all about that on-page experience of keywords on the page. But that's not enough. Just putting keywords on the page worked, in the 90s and early 2000s. But now that's just a small piece of it. You really need to lengthen those pages, look at what's ranking in Google, and if the top ranked pages are 1,500 words and your similar content is 300 to 500 words, you're probably not going to rank unless you're Nike or something. And then you need to think about the user experience and make sure that people can easily navigate your site and click around, as well as think about user signals. So when people search Google, are they excited to click your link versus other people's link to go to your website? Then you need off-page SEO. You need other websites to link to you. I wrote an article, 100 Fun Facts About Lobsters, for a restaurant. The Huffington Post saw it because we pumped it out on social media. That link back from the Huffington Post and a lot of other sites made those ranks go up like crazy. We ranked like number 1 or 2 for the single word lobsters. And then they got hundreds of thousands of views because of these link bait cool articles that we did that were more advanced than just your average blog post. So you need other sites to link to you. You need keywords on your pages. You need regular fresh content. And most importantly, you need to build authority even by the page. Each page should have some authority to make sure that Google knows that page isn't just a half-assed, quickly written piece of content, but the person who wrote it matters. Maybe it's getting some social signals that add a small amount of secondary type of signals or supportive signals. And build your brand, because Google will even look at how many people search every month for the name of your company. So those brand and authority signals also matter. There's an acronym EAT, or expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness, that Google uses and they're quality rater guides. And they want you to have experts on your site that are authoritative and that are trustworthy. So having reviews and having a credible business, having a picture of your company on your contact page and a clear address, maybe a map, having a good Google My Business profile. All that stuff is SEO. Podcasting, doing YouTube videos, and bringing that into your website helps your SEO. So SEO is a lot of things, but what it is not is just cram some keywords on your page. So when you think about hiring an SEO company and you're thinking, oh wow, $500 a month, that's expensive, or $1,500 or even $3,000 a month, that's expensive. Know that they need a Shakespeare on their staff to do the writing. They need an Einstein to be the programmer. They need, Picasso to do graphic design, maybe infographics to attract links to the site. There's all kinds of different types of people that are needed to make great SEO and a great website. So it's not going to happen with just hire some young person because they know social media and all of a sudden, you're going to be #1 in Google and get tons of leads. Think about that when you're thinking about what is SEO? Is it going to work for me? And what is the cost of it? What is it going to take to do it right? And if you want help to, if you're struggling with budget and you're thinking, geez, even $500 or $1,500 a month is a lot, know that really, modern, minimum pricing, I think, for SEO is, at least a few grand a month. I mean, if your agency isn't writing a blog post a week or, a piece of content a week and doing all, a lot of that stuff that I talked about, it's probably not going to work. So if you're paying $500, $1,000, or $1,500 a month for SEO and it's just not working, you're not top 5 where 67% of the clicks are, but they're like, oh wow, you're number 82 in Google for like 500 terms. That is good, you're moving up. But in order to make it, where you're top 5 for your best terms, you're gonna need a lot more effort. So consider joining Talk Marketing Academy, our class, where we teach you fairly inexpensively. We coach every Thursday at 1 o'clock. We have a coaching program. We have a course online. And instead of just trying to learn from the overwhelming amount of information about SEO online, consider getting a coach like us or someone else, but don't just blindly assume a low-level SEO company can get you top 5 for your most important stuff, or that it's just, that it's enough to just write some okay blog posts or put some keywords in your pages. That's not SEO. SEO is taking it very serious, making your website and your brand an authority in a niche online.